During this video lecture, I will address the topic of fast charging and future modes of charging. When I started driving a Nissan Leaf 4 years ago or something, there was still a lot of pioneering going on. The first Leaf had a range of about 100 kilometers, so I needed fast chargers a lot. But sometimes you make an error of judgment, or the fast charger is out of service. And especially the last happened to me a lot in the early days. Then I would arrive with literally 0% of battery capacity left, or I would not make it to the next fast charger and my wife would have to pick me up. Or sometimes even that wasn't possible, and the car had to be towed. Early days. I don't like fast chargers very much, to be honest, because I hate waiting. But the waits get shorter and shorter. My Leaf charges at about 50 kilowatts, which translates to about 250 kilometers per hour. But Teslas already charge at around 500 kilometers an hour. And if the German automakers get their way, and I think they will, the speed will increase to around 1750 kilometers per hour. What used to take me half an hour will now be just 3 minutes. But beware, as chargers get ever faster, batteries have to keep up. I'm not the only one who hates waiting. Our research shows that experienced EV drivers, even the Tesla drivers with fast chargers and big batteries, still want chargers at home. This could change if charging becomes even faster. But most people we talk to really like it that they can charge at home. So fast chargers fine, but charging at home, they still need that. In the Netherlands, we're proud to be the first country to offer interoperability. With your card or app, you can unlock all public chargers. But in order to do that, multiple things are needed. You must have players that have contracts with all the people that own charge points. We call them e-mobility service providers. And the people who actually own the charge points, we call the charge point operators. You must also have computer protocols that make the communication automatic. The only way to include everyone is with an open protocol that is accessible and interesting to everyone. And finally, you need a way to clear the payments. The conventional method would be to use a centralized clearinghouse, but a newer option would be to use a distributed ledger. Since blockchain is very energy intensive, we are currently experimenting with IOTA in the Netherlands. Now, let's talk about charging other electric vehicles than passenger cars, because that will be really important and big in the future. Actually, buses are not the future. They are being electrified really fast right now. Shenzhen has electrified all its buses, more than 16,000, more than all the 5 largest US bus fleets together, and they've done it this year. But buses have pretty sizable batteries that take a lot to charge. You can do that by night, for example, but you need to give every bus a 50 kilowatt charger. So buses use fast chargers as regular chargers. You could also give them a smaller battery and charge them a couple of times a day, but then you need really, really fast chargers. And then trucks. Trucks are a pet peeve of mine because they're often forgotten, but they use so much oil, so much and produce so much CO2. Especially big long-haul trucks that make up by far the biggest part of road freight. And actually, although many people think they cannot be electrified, they have an excellent business case. A recent report about the future of trucks of the IAA looked at all kinds of alternatives for diesel vehicles, but forgot to include the full electric truck. So I made the calculations myself, and the business case was astonishingly good. Was I mad? Maybe I am, but if so, I have a very famous company in the form of Tesla CEO Elon Musk. When he unveiled his truck a couple of months ago, it turned out my guess of 25 cents per kilometer of advantage was Tesla's guess too. And their range was even better than I hoped for. So watch out for e-trucks. The charging infrastructure needed is impressive, 10 times as fast as the fastest chargers right now. But the business case is actually surprisingly good also for the chargers, as you can read in the supporting material. So expect to hear a lot more about electric trucks and their charging infrastructure. An intriguing option I really want to include is charging while driving. A simple option for this is using overhead wires, just as you do with trains, you know? Simply a wire above the train. It's a proven technology, and basically everything is old except the dynamic pantograph, so a thing that you can put up there and retract again. And the business case for roads with a lot of trucks, and trucks often use the same corridors, is extremely good. Once again, I advise you to look at the supporting material if you want to see the calculations. Now, inductive highways. They're the most futuristic option out there, probably. And Dutch universities do a lot of research into them. It's a really interesting option. They look great. They can also charge normal vehicles. No overhead wires anymore. And small pilots at low power are already working all over the world. So, as someone from a university, it's really fitting to finish with this, because a lot more research and standardization is needed for this to become a standard option. But it's such an interesting perspective that I think basically we should electrify all our highways. Thank you for watching my video about fast charging and future charging modes.